Hello everyone, the palette that I'm going to share with you today is a development of another palette that I created. So I will show most of the stages and then the new palette. So one moment. So the first stage was this one. It was in one of my last videos. I think the one before the last one. And I wanted to create a low tinting color and granulating colors palette with some mixing colors, but then I felt that these two reds that are too much for me, and the Prussian blue I wasn't sure about, and also about the cobalt teal. I wanted a color that is closer to copper from a gallo. I don't have a gallo colors. I cannot afford them right now, but they looks beautiful, and I received some inspiration from their copper color. And I felt that I need another brown that is stronger, and I don't know, I felt I needed something else. So then I think I created this palette, and still, one moment, I wasn't sure about it. I wasn't sure about the mommy backside, and I felt that something wasn't precise enough. I felt that this color, the Aussie Red Gold, was too much in a way, and I wanted Queen Gold. And yeah, I wanted something else, so I changed it again. And then I created this palette. Now these ones are 36 colors. The first one was 33, and the one before actually was 24 colors, but I don't have here the swatch. So so then I created this palette, which is quite beautiful, but I felt that there were too many Davies grays, and I needed another blue for mixing. And I needed to change the Mami bauxite, so I wasn't sure again, so I changed it again to the palette that I will swatch today. So I think I will start to swatch the colors. So the first color will be lemon yellow. I felt like I need a good lemon yellow for all the greens that I love to mix. I have something on my brush. Yeah. One moment, Putski is doing balagan. So lemon yellow is one of the best mixing yellows that I know. I usually don't use yellows on their own, and lemon yellow is the best cool yellows that I know. It's PY 175. Sorry. I don't use usually mid-tone yellows like Hansa Yellow Mid. I don't know, it's too bright for me maybe. And I like the mixes with cool yellows, with the lemon yellow. So this is Quinacridone Gold. Very beautiful color that I love also in mixes. Next color will be Pyrrole Scarlet. It's a color that I like a lot. It's quite bright, but it's usually the warm red that I like. I also like anthracenoid scarlet, but I don't know, this one is in your face, is stronger. And anthracenoid scarlet, because it's quite transparent, it doesn't feel so strong, for me anyway. Okay. Next color is a mix I made myself. I wanted a cool, oh, I'm sorry, I mixed too much over the red. One moment. I wanted to have a cool red that is a bit dirty. I don't like the bright reds. Prefer cool reds. I mean bright cool reds. I prefer cool reds that are more like rhodonite from Daniel Smith. And I mixed this one with Schminka's Potter's Pink and Daniel Smith Lunar Red Rock. One moment, I will move Putski. So this granulating muted pink is really my kind of cool red. Next is Cobalt Violet PV14. If I forgot to mention, so Queen Gold is PY150, PO48, Pearl Scarlet is PR255. My own red is PR101, Lunar Red Rock, PV19, Queen Rose, and Potter's Pink. And this Cobalt Violet PV14 from Rembrandt. Next is a staple in my palettes. It's a French ultramarine. It's a color I use frequently. It's a mixing blue for me. And you'll see in this video many mixing blues. And also some that I love on their own. So let's look at the next color. So next color is a color that I love on its own. Also it's a nice mixer. It's Lapis Lazuli from Daniel Smith. Again, I know that many people don't like it, but I really love it. I think it's a great color. And I also love it in mixes. Next color will be Sodalite Genuine. From Daniel Smith. Another Primate color. I like that it's a muted, dark, warm blue, like a Payne's gray in a way, with a huge granulation. And also it's a great mixer. It's like some kind of granulating indigo. Next color is another important mixing color. It's the one color that I changed for this new palette. And it's a Fatelo blue red shade. it's a great mixer. I like it with some greens. I'm sorry, to mix with it some greens with lemon yellow and some ochres, and to mix from it a night sky color. It's very beautiful. Next color is cerulean blue. I'm not sure if it's the Daniel Smith one or the Rembrandt one. It looks like the Rembrandt one. And yeah, I love it. And actually for a cerulean, it's quite high tinting. Usually the cerulean PB 35s are not high tinting. And it's very granulating, of course. Forgot to mention the Fatal Blue red shade. It's PB15 column 6. Next is another very important mixing color, Fatal Blue green shade. And I love to mix it with Venetian red that I also put in this palette. It is one of the changes that I made in this palette. It wasn't there at the beginning. Wanted maybe to clean a little bit of this one. Put too much. Yeah. Okay. Next color is my own mix. I forgot to mention PB Fatal Blue green shade PB15 column 3. So this is my own mix. This is my own copper. It's with PG50 Cobalt Teal Blue from Daniel Smith, PW6 I don't remember, a white, and a PW6 column 1 buff titanium for Daniel Smith. The white, titanium white from Rembrandt, yeah, it's the PW6. And yeah, I really love this mix. It's granulating, it's very light. Yeah, I love it. Next color is another color that I love. I love it especially as a mixing color. It's a cobalt turquoise from Daniel Smith. PB36. And this is a really great mixing color. Showed it in my burnt amber video and also in my raw amber video as a mixing color, and it was great for mixing. Or maybe I shared it just in one of them, I don't remember. But yeah, I really love this color. It's very granulating and it creates beautiful, beautiful mixes. Next is Daniel Smith Viridian PG18. It's usually very low tinting, but I don't know, I think that this one is quite okay in a matter of tinting strength. And this is the Daniel Smith one, but I think that I put some glycerin in it, and that's why it's so high tinting for Viridian. Yeah, and it's a great mixer, of course. Just want to play a bit with this one. Yeah, such a beautiful color. Okay, next one is Rare Green Earth from Daniel Smith. Beautiful color, a bit low tinting but very granulating and quite dark, and I love it. Next is Holbein's Davis Gray, which I love. It's more bluish gray, green leaning. It's quite opaque, but yeah, I love it. Forgot to mention that the changes in this palette was due to what I want to paint with it. I want to paint with it some landscapes and birds and animals, and I felt like I need some very textured paints. So this is Van Gogh Davis Gray PBR7, PG7 and PBK11, and yeah, it's a beautiful color. Can be very low tinting or high tinting and granulating. Okay, next color is a color that wasn't in this palette at the beginning, but later on I felt like I need it. It's undersea green. It's a warm mossy green, and it granulates beautifully and it's color separating, and yeah, I love it. Next color is another Primatech from Daniel Smith. Try to remember its name. Serpentine Genuine. It has pinkish granulation, like a kind of a potter's pink in a way, but it's very subtle. Next is a color that needs no introduction. It's a buff titanium, a color that you see me put a lot in my palettes. Yeah, I love this one. It's a really great mixer. Next is Daniel Smith German Greenish Raw Amber PBR7, a very granulating greenish, light greenish raw amber, and it's beautiful. I was debating if also to put a regular raw amber. At the end I decided not to, because I felt like I could use this raw amber with some Van Dyke brown that I have here, and it will be okay. Forgot to mention that buff titanium in PW6 column 1. Next color is burgundy yellow ochre. I like it both on its own and as a mixing color. It's quite transparent and it's a bit green, yellow-green leaning, but still it's a yellow ochre. And yeah, it's a great color for mixing. Next is a French ochre. Both of them, this one, the one before, are PY43. French ochre is quite a low tinting color. Sorry, I think I did a small mistake. One moment. I think there was a green on my brush. Sorry. And it's a bit more brown leaning than the burgundy yellow ochre and then a regular yellow ochre. It's very granulating and very beautiful. I think that the channel, the Poetry of Color, loves this color a lot. I didn't like it at the beginning, but I think that something changed in me when I started to use more low tinting colors. Now we go to the browns. So the first one is Daniel Smith Yavapai Genuine. It's a beautiful earth tone. I love it. It's very granulating. It's between yellow ochre and burnt umber in hue. It's very close to goethite. It's just a tad brownish than goethite genuine. This is a transparent brown iron oxide PR101. Great granulating mixer. You can mix really beautiful darks with this color. It's my burnt umber for this palette, and yeah, I love it. Next is this Brother environment-friendly brown iron oxide from Daniel Smith PBR6. Another color that I really love. It's very close in hue to Hematite Burnt Scarlet, and it's one series down, which means that it's less expensive. So if you are looking for a dupe for Hematite Burnt Scarlet, this will be the one. It's some kind of chocolatey brown with some peach undertone. Sorry, it was too much. I wanted you to see the peach undertone, but I put too much water. Never mind. I'll clean my brush better. Okay, next is a color that I put instead of Daniel Smith Mami Bauxite. This color is burgundy, red ochre. So it's the color, the brother of this color, and I really love its color separation. I don't know if you'll see it in this video, and it's quite brown, reddish brown. It's very close to red iron oxide in hue. I think maybe to put a drop of water so we see it better. Next is Sedona Genuine. It's a very granulating earth orange, and it's beautiful. It's some kind of natural iron oxide. Next is Minnesota pipestone. It's made of Catlinite, again from Daniel Smith. And a beautiful color, really love it. If I remember correctly, I did a video about it a while ago, and yeah, I love it. It's very low tinting, so it's great with in mix with other low tinting colors like the copper, like the cerulean blue, like the lapis, and so on. So this is some kind of reddish Naples yellow. It's from Van Gogh. I don't remember the pigments, but it's a great color. It's a great skin tone, but I thought it will be interesting as a low tinting or pastel-like color in this palette. Next color is Venetian red, color that I use a lot. Sorry about all the background noise. Putski is doing balagan. Venetian red is soft but also very granulating, and it has a peach color in wash, good also for skin tones, and it's very opaque in mass tone. It has some color shift, you will see it later. Next is Schminka's Potus Pink. I forgot to mention Venetian red is PR 101, Potus Pink is PR 233, and I love both the Schminka one and the Winsor & Newton ones. They're both very beautiful. Like to mix with this one or with lapis lazuli or with cerulean blue or with copper to create backgrounds, interesting backgrounds, like magical backgrounds, like a misty morning in a way, like in the Romance Smile range. Next color is Lunar Red Rock. It's very close to Indian Red that I don't have in this palette, or to Copet Mortem even more, but it's less opaque than them, and it's beautiful. It's very granulating color, and it has some kind of violet-y undertone. Okay, it has also some black granulation in a way, and it's a very interesting color. Next color is a very low tinting and special color for me. Sorry. It's a hematite violet from Daniel Smith, and yeah, I like it. Don't know if I said, but Lunar Red Rock is PR 101. Hematite Violet is a Crematech from Daniel Smith. That's why it doesn't have a pigment number. It's black with a very granulating black with some peach undertone in wash. Next is another color that I love. This is Daniel Smith Van Dyke Brown. It's the color that I said that with German greenish raw amber it will create the raw amber that I usually use in my palettes, and it's a very dark brown. It's a mix of PBR 7s from Daniel Smith, and it's light fast in comparison or in opposition to the real Van Dyke Brown NBR 8, which is not light fast, unfortunately. Okay, and the last color will be Hematite Genuine from Daniel Smith. It's a quiet, low tinting color. It's close in hue to Lunar Black. It has a huge granulation and very strong and harsh granulation, and actually I like it for it because the granulation is really interesting in this color. Was debating if maybe to put Lunar Black for the mixes, for the night scenes mixes, but I decided that I prefer this one. So we let these colors dry, and then we look at them. So these are the colors of this palette when they are dried. They're very beautiful, I really love them. So you can see a cool and a warm yellow, a warm and a cool red, a violet or pinkish violet, some mixing blues, a turquoise, some greens, a buff titanium, a raw amber, 2 yellow ochres, few burnt ambers, light color, few reddish browns, 1 tint, 3 pinkish reddish violets, This one is more pink, one is more red, and this one is more earthy violet, hematite violet, Van Dyke brown, and hematite. So yeah, I really love this palette. I will use it during the weekend and see how it feels. I will try to paint some birds and see if it works for me with this palette. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a wonderful time and happy